Hello, my dear friends. A very warm welcome on another session for Salesforce Advanced Admin session. In previous module, we did about the approval processes. Hope you guys have created your own approval process for any custom object or standard object, right? With all the four types of approval processes that we had, you might have tried it. And that's very important for you to implement those within your org. So, in today's presentation, we are going to cover the data management part, right? You have some records within your org, right? You want to create more orgs. Suppose you have 5 account and you want to create 10. You can create it. Go to your account, try 10 times, you can create. But what if you want to create 10,000? 100,000, 1 million, and these all kind of records, the number of records you want to create. How will you able to do it manually? In order to ease this process, we have two tools that Salesforce provide us. One is Import Wizard, second is Data Loader. These are the two topics that we are going to cover today. In Import Wizard, what is Import Wizard and how can we use it to insert or update a record, right? And in the same fashion, we have Data Loader. What exactly is Data Loader and how we can update, insert, or export any kind of record from our system or into our system. This is what we are going to cover in today's presentation. So let's begin. What exactly is Import Wizard? The data import wizard makes it easy to import the data from many standard objects, including accounts, contacts, leads, all kind of standard objects or custom objects we are able to import with the help of import wizard. Okay, you can import the data for custom objects too, right? So we can import it into our org from any external file with the help of import wizard. So we can import only 50,000 records at a time with the help of import wizard. This is a limitation of import wizard. We can import a lot of objects, custom objects, we know that, but importing only 50,000 records at a time, that's a major limitation. And not only about the 50,000 records, it only supports some of the standard objects like account, contacts, lead, campaigns. These are some of the major standard objects that they can support while importing of the records. Okay, but it supports all the custom objects that we have built in. So if you want to insert suppose 10K of record and you want to do it to a custom object, then you can use import wizard. 10K first, it is under 50,000 limit, and secondly, for all custom objects are available. Okay, we will go into an org and see which all standard objects it support, and if your record count is less than 50,000, you can directly use import wizard. It's much simpler and easier to use. Okay. While importing duplicates can be ignored, this is a good point in favor of an import wizard. Suppose you have one record or 5 records and you want to insert the next bulk of records, and those 5 records you found that in a particular file. So it do not allow duplicate data within your system, right? And how will you determine that which is duplicate? You have to specify a field on which you want to run the duplication check, or some unique field. If it finds that the unique record of the unique field of a particular record, it's coming again, it's not going to insert that particular record. Delete operation is not available within our import wizard. Okay. I'll tell you what the data loader does. Okay. Prior to that, we will go into an org. We will see how we can import with the help of import wizard. So let's begin. I am into my org, and in order to search for the import wizard, I'll go to the setup of my org and I'll go to import wizard. It will be found with the name of data import wizard. Okay, I'll just click on it and we will see in here that you can see the data import wizard, bulk API monitoring we can do, and uh, we will scroll below and we will see the launch wizard button. We'll click on it and you will be navigated to the import wizard dashboard. So there are only 3 steps within our import wizard that says we can choose the data, we can edit the mapping, and we can start the import. So here is a list of standard objects and custom objects. Okay. Standard objects, if we see that there is a limitation of only 5 standard objects. There is no user object. There are no predefined like social post, social we have. There are many um, small standard objects that we need to have some data like activities, tasks. Okay. These are not present within our import wizard. The standard objects that are present are account and contact, leads, solution, and campaign member. Okay, this is limited of only 5 standard objects. Okay, and you will find all your custom objects in here. So there is no limitation to insert the records within your custom object. If you go for the standard object, I'll select account and contact. Okay, we have we can create new record, we can update an existing record, we can add new and update existing record. Okay, same thing, insert, update, and upsert. Right, we know these things, we are much aware of it, we are smart enough to understand what is the difference between insert, update, and upsert. Right, insert when you do not have those records within your system. Okay, and you want to freshly insert them, right? And update is you already have those records within your system, within your org, and you have specific unique IDs for that particular person. So depending on that ID, you can insert. And similar manner, we can update looking at that particular field itself. So if I go to create add new records, it asks me for match contact by, because account and contact are in the same category. Match account by. Okay. It says that which field you want to match that particular record from your external system. This thing will come in handy when we are updating some record or upserting a record. Okay, we can match the contact by a particular ID that we have. Salesforce, see salesforce.com ID. That's a unique field. Name field, email field. If we have set up that we do not want to duplicate within our org, we can do so with the help of these fields. Okay, Salesforce ID, name, and email field. It is not going to insert with a duplicate email addresses, duplicate names, or Salesforce ID, on which criteria we will specify. Okay. Suppose if I want to create a new record, so there is no matching criteria from our external system. Okay. Account self lookup. Suppose we have a lookup of account with the account itself and we want that particular ID within it, so we can use this. Do we want to trigger workflow rules and processes? Trigger workflow rule and processes for the new updated records. If we click on yes, then for every record that we are inserting, it's going to run the workflow or the process builder that we have created within our backend. Okay. And for which record type do you want to insert the record? Okay, that's again a limitation. If we select for the one record type, it's going to save every record with that particular record type. Okay, so see which type of, you got the criterias, right? For a new contact, if you want to insert, or a new account you want to insert, you have seen it. Now these are all the criterias, and while inserting we do not need any of them. So which the other question arises is, which type of file do we want to be inserted? All right, we should have a CSV file within our system to insert that particular records. Okay, I have a CSV file. I'll open it up. It says account.csv is a file name, and I'll create my own, okay, file. I'll go to file, I'll create first a blank workbook. Okay, I'll paste all the records that I have. Okay, I will name them as import wizard 1, and in the similar manner I'll name as 1213. Customer, I'll select them as all. Phone number I have different. This is what a contact that I have, import wizard 1, 2, and 3, with type as customer, and this is what we are going to save as. I'll save in my desktop, okay, and I will save that as a comma separated file. CSV stands for comma separated version. Okay, a CSV file that we are going to save in, we will give it a name, new, or import wizard account. Okay, import wizard accounts, and I will save this file. Now this file is saved as import wizard account. I'll show you guys. See, it says import wizard account.csv. Okay, now what we are going to do is import that CSV file in here. Either we can drag and drop that file, or we can click on this as CSV file and it's going to navigate us to the page, or we can choose the file. I have that in my desktop. I'll say import wizard file. Sorry. Import wizard account CSV I have selected, and see, value separated by comma, because a CSV format gives us that. And I will go to next, and it is going to now move to edit mapping section. I have choose the data, I have choose the object, I have choose the file, I want to create a new records. It is going to automatically map the header files of my CSV, name with account name, type with account type, billing street, billing city, state, postal code, country, phone, industry. It's going to map it automatically. If you want to change it, we can click on this change button and can replace the mapping of the Salesforce object. We can change the mapping. Okay, and it's giving me the example of what data I have. It's going to give me some sample data. So import wizard 1, 2, and 3, we have the type as customer, and we have the phone number and 1 for the industry. Now if I go on next, we have done the mapping. We can change it at any point. If you want to change it, I'll show you how. See, account billing street, which field do you want to do it. We can remove it, okay, and we can change it depending on our requirement. Okay, you got it. We have all the fields of that particular account and contact because we have selected account and contact as our standard object that we wanted to insert in. So I'll cancel it up because we already have a correct mapping, but you guys got the chance that we can click on change and can select which specific mapping we want. I'll go to next. Next, it's going to navigate me to the chart import process. Mapped fields I have done. Okay. Add new records, import wizard, account CSV is a file name, account and contact is object. This is what I have done. Mapping is for 9 fields. Okay, I'll start the import. I'll click on OK and it's going to import those account records. Record process 3, status is complete. Now we can view the result, we can view the request. We will click on view the result. It's going to, it downloaded a file for me and I can upload that. I'll show you guys. Before that, we can see that we have 3 accounts within us or not. All accounts, I'll click and go. I'll select import wizard 1, 2, and 3. You guys can clearly see that I have 3 import wizards with the I had only 2 fields, right? Import wizard, phone number is there, and type is customer. We can check within our file also. Import wizard 1, customer, and phone number is this. We have the same in here. Okay, you guys got it. Now, this is what we can do with the help of an import wizard. We can have 50,000 record. That's a major limitation of it. Right now, what we are going to do is we going to study what data loader is and how we can use it. So the data loader is a client application for the bulk import or export of data. In import wizard, you saw that we only can import the records. We cannot export it out of Salesforce, right? You didn't see any option. I also didn't see any option. We cannot export data from our system to any external file that we can share to some other person. In spite of giving the access of the org, we can share with in an Excel format to with that particular person. It is normally when it's exported, it's in the CSV format. Okay, data loader or the import wizard that deals with the only CSV files. So we can perform the operation of insert, update, delete, or export Salesforce record with the help of data loader. The second advantage of data loader is that we can export or import more than 50,000 records. It can do less records also, but if you have more records, more than 50,000 records, then you can use the data loader. Okay. When importing the data, data loader reads, extract, and loads the data from a CSV file, like we did for our import wizard, right? It connects within our database, and while exporting also, it gives a file in a form of a CSV format, right? I have told you guys that we both the data loader and the import wizard support the CSV file format only. It supports all standard and custom objects. There is no limitation that only 5 standard records, standard objects can be handled with the help of a data loader, but we can have multiple number of or all the standard objects with the help of data loader, standard and custom objects. While importing, duplicates cannot be ignored. So there is no duplication check predefined within our data loader, but we can have a duplication rule within our Salesforce org itself. Okay, but we cannot run the duplication tools with the help of this data loader. Okay, delete operation is available within our data loader. So without wasting any time, we will move into an org and see how we can update or insert or export data with the help of data loader. Yes, you guys are right. I'll go to the setup. Will I be able to find data loader in here? As I told you, data loader is a client application. It's not a. I'll find data loader. What does it say? That you need to download data loader within your system. Download for Windows, download for Mac. The instructions are also available. So I have downloaded data loader within my system. This is how a data loader will look like. Okay, we can insert, update, upsert, delete, export all with the help of data loader. I have just clicked on the data loader. I haven't logged in the data loader. That this is a disadvantage of a data loader, that you first need to install within your system, right? So it is preferred if you have some standard object or a custom object that is having a 50,000 below record, you can do it directly with the help of import wizard. Else you can go to the data loader, you can do the further processes that you want. So what will happen is if I click on insert, it will ask me to navigate to a particular org. Okay, I'll move it up, I'll move it a little down. So what it's going to do is it's going to run an OAuth authentication of the particular org that we are going to log in, because it is independent of any specific org. You can open an org, enter in the credentials of any specific org, you can do the data load. Okay. Suppose I have told you that we have a production environment and a sandbox environment. Login.salesforce.com is your production environment and test.salesforce.com is your sandbox environment. Currently, I am working in my production org, so I'll click on login. It is going to ask me my credentials of the which org that I want to do the data import. Okay. You can remember if you have to do it a multiple times, because it will log you out after a few hours. Okay, I clicked on the login. It is going to ask the permission that for this particular org, for this particular user, do you allow the information access? I will say allow. And now my org is connected with this data loader. It is verifying my username and password that I have entered in, and it is logged in successfully. Now if I go on next, I'll be able to see all the standard and custom objects of my Salesforce environment. Okay, it is showing me every object, task, users, product, price books. These were not there within our import wizard. These are the standard important objects. And if we click on show all standard Salesforce objects, it is going to go in every detail of a particular object, and it's going to show me every object within our org, whether it's a bifurcated object, account contact role, account partner. These we do not see within an org specifically, right? We only know that we have an account object, but there are so many different objects that we can use within our Salesforce. So if you want to see the basic channel of the object list, so I'll have it here. Now if I want to insert, before inserting I'll have to create another file for the import. or I can edit it. I'll say record 10, 11 and 12. Fine. I have this phone number. You want me to change it or industry? I can add in all. Okay. Now I will save this file, and I am going to use the same file to import with the help of data loaders. If you have a bulk of records, it can go in more than 50,000 records it can handle in. So while choosing a file, I'll go and browse it, and if I have that in my desktop, CSV files import wizard account CSV. That's right. I will save this. I'll select this file. It is going to navigate to that path. I will click on next. It's going to analyze how many records that I have in that particular CSV file. Okay. Initialization succeeded. Your operation will contain 3 records. We have 3 records, 10, 11, and 12, right? I'll click on OK. Now it is going to ask me to do the mapping. Import wizard did the mapping yourself. We didn't had to click on anything. Just by navigating to, we were able to navigate to the particular mapping. We can also use or choose an existing mapping if we have. It is going to save in the format of .sl SDL file or SLD SDL file. It's going to save that particular formatting. Okay, or we can map it within ourselves. Okay, it says clear the mapping and auto match fields to column. Okay, suppose I have alias name, I can drag and drop that file in here. Now it is mapped, but I know it's the wrong mapping. I'll clear this mapping. I will auto match the fields to columns, which all fields that the Salesforce org will seem that we have the matching fields, it's going to map. Okay. Okay, now I'll have to select in all the informations and I'll go back. I'll create the mapping and will auto map. Now that's again a limitation of data loader. What we can say is that we will have to do the mapping sometimes manually. It's not going to pick up that we have these fields and we need to map them accordingly. Okay. Okay, I'll map with the name field with the name. Okay guys, I have mapped in all the fields that we have within our file from what we have within our database. Billing city is mapped to the billing city, country, postal code, state, industry, name, phone, and type. I can save this mapping also. Okay, it will show in the form of an SDL file. Okay, and if you want to import it again, then you can use the same file to import. I'll click on OK. Now the mapping is being done. I'll go to next. It is going to ask me a directory in place where the success report or the failure report is being stored in. Okay, if the record is successful, suppose out of three, 2 records are successful and one gave an error, so I'll be having an option or an Excel file to see that that 2 records have been inserted successfully, and for the failed file, which is the exact field or what scenario failed that particular record to insert. I'll click on finish. It is going to ask me, you have chosen to insert new records. Do you want to proceed? I'll select on yes. Now it's inserting those records. It says the operation was fully completed. there were 3 successful inserts and 0 error. I can see the view success file and I can also see the view error file. If I click on view success file, it's going to open a sort of CSV format file in which we can see the item created, the status. This is a status that the data loader has provided us. With this information, this is an ID, the 15-digit Salesforce ID that is being generated. It's being shown here. Okay. For an external system, it's an 18-digit ID. The name, the type, that all we have filled into our file that is being done. We can open this file into a particular Excel in the form of a CSV itself. It's your wish. If you have some error and you want to analyze it, that this is what the error has caused. After the status failed, then it's going to create one more column that is going to give us which field exactly caused us the error. I'll close this file. I'll click on OK. It's OK is going to clear everything. Now we will have to check within our org that those accounts have been created or not. Now I'll go to all contact list, which all contacts we created. Oh, I didn't change it. It should be data loader 10, 11 and 12. It's fine. We will see that we are having import wizard 10, 11 and 12 as our new. Where is I? Import wizard 10, 11 and 12. These are the 3 accounts that we have inserted with the help of a data loader, right? And they are being inserted into our system. You got the differences. What exact difference that you have between data loader and import wizard? I can repeat those again. We have a count of more than 50,000 records in our data loader, and in an import wizard it is less than 50k records. Okay, in import wizard you cannot export your file, but in data loader you can do so. I can show you that process also. I'll click on export. It is going to ask me which object do you want to export. I can select any object. If I go on client and I have to browse a file, a location in which we can have that extracted, I'll say extract client CSV file. I have stored it into my desktop. I'll show it into my documents and I will save this. Now I'll go to next and we can select which all fields do you want within your file. Okay, I'll select all fields. So it is going to run a select query within our database, right? And if you want some where conditions, normally in our select query we have where, right? In where condition you want some field, then you can add those and it's going to export only those records that meet the where condition criteria. So I'll select all the client records. I'll click on finish. Do you want to export? Yes. I had 2 records within our client, so it is going to show me the extracted file if I click on view extract and open in external program. So it's going to show me that how will this file look. It's opening up. See the Salesforce ID, the owner ID. It's deleted now. The name, created date, every last modified date, everything, email address also, roll up summary also, approval process, what's the field value, what's the amount. It's going to show me every detail, including the ID of the Salesforce ID of that particular record. Okay, it's the owner ID. Right, I have selected in all the fields. It's going to show me every field. Now data loader supports all standard and custom objects. It supports a limited standard objects, but all the custom objects. Uh, one advantage of import wizard is it's very easy to use. You do not have to click on mapping in the multiple times. Select the record, drag and drop the file, and do the import or update or anything. Okay, that's right. So I hope you guys have got a clear understanding of what data loader and import wizard does. If you have a bulk of records, do not sit and manually insert it. Use your brains. Just use your brains. See, within a click of second, I was able to insert three records, right? Suppose if I had multiple records or 30,000, 50,000 records, then it would have been a very easy task to import those records, right? So that's it in today's presentations. Please do go and practice those data loader and import wizard and all the previous assignments. I am telling you guys again and again, please go and practice what we have done in our presentation. Hope you guys have a great week ahead. Thank you.